Hi guys, welcome back to the Martin Liga channel. Another little post for you here today. We're going to have a look at the bizarre medieval period. I'm asking the question of why is it that only 600 years ago, everything that is portrayed from the medieval period makes zero sense. I mean, it's got no frame of reference for any of us, unless somebody has taken a pile of, say, magic mushrooms, and this stuff makes absolutely no sense. What we're going to look at in the first bit of this post is Flemish apocalypse. It's a really early, before the King James Bible, parchment written by God himself, apparently, of the apocalypse out of the Bible, so out of the book of Revelation. Let's have a little look at these. Now, they're absolutely bizarre. I've shown these twice before, but they really get me, these books of the things you see in the medieval period. We see a lot of mermaids. You see a lot of bizarre behavior that you wouldn't really see in the normal world, and the whole narrative is based around the end of the world. What we see here is someone getting what looks like boiled, but maybe it's what they would have wanted. A walled enclosure with a large Gothic cathedral, and there seems to be someone bathing or getting bathed in, maybe it is baptism. But do you get baptized naked? Naked women baptized. Okay. And we have an angel in the font and everyone biting the dust. So, yeah, a lot of illuminated beings. Now, what I do think is this is a fluid reality. I really do think it's overlapping realities. And what I see in here is either AI has been messing around with us all along, or that this is a completely other reality and things like this were actually going down. It's just so out of our frame of reference. These are beautiful depictions, by the way, but what we see here is some sort of menorah setup. And let's have a look at this cat in the middle. It's got a book, looks like binary on there. He's got some seeds in his hand. He's doing the old Baphometic pose. Sword, words are swords, maybe, but the head has got flames, and his eyes is he's on that good indica by the look of him. But yeah, it looks a bit of a horrendous state of affairs. But again, out of everybody's frame of reference, no one's going to ever probably see any of this unless it's at the moment of death. Well, there's something that I want to talk about. I remember a saying from when I was a kid, and I remember a friend saying it to me once. He said, "Oh my God, my life flashed before my eyes." I was like, well, what do you exactly mean by that? Your life flashed before your eyes. It's like, well, I thought I was a goner and all of my life flashed before my eyes. So if you think about that, guys, how many times have you actually heard people state that? And apparently, if you actually died, you're not going to come back and tell. But people have had near-death experience have said, oh my God, my life flashed before my eyes. How is that even possible that you could have, say, 60 years of experience, just for an example, all squashed up into a couple of seconds playback? Doesn't that just tell us that this place is some sort of computer program and we are the programs in it? In fact, I go as far as to say we're the virus in the program, or some of us are. Let's have a look at this cat in the middle. He's got a book as well. What's in his book? More binary. He's also got a sword and some seeds, maybe? Don't know. But anyway, they're all in these antiquitech Gothic buildings, but you see these demonic characters. Now, I have seen sort of, I'm guessing you could say demon characters or goblins, to be precise. When I was a kid, and then later on, in a theta state, that place in between going to sleep and being awake when you go, it gets really weird in that state, doesn't it? But I've seen them in the Merchant Navy, exactly the same things. They were called gremlins in the First and Second World War. They fuck with machinery and they giggle and laugh and run off. So I'm not discounting that any supernatural beings actually exist from my personal experience, although I could have been high on diesel fumes. There is that, and hallucinating. But for the same token, what do we really know of this realm? It's very, very fluid. It is illusionary. So it's not really there. It's only mind and where you put your attention. We're trying to, find out what happens with the historical narrative. To me, my mind is fixed. I think that official history is given to the masses. And I think that it is imperative for me to keep an open mind when it comes to what I discover. So all I can say that I have discovered and can really, really be confident that it's the truth with my journey here is the information of the four angels, of the shape of this place. There's no mistake there. So that what's happening with the past, it is overlapping. It's very fudged up, and what they tell us about what happened in history actually doesn't fit with the photographic record, but a lot of that seems to be hampered too. It's a very peculiar case. Now, why is he having interaction with a sheep that reads? Oh, read the book to me. Read that bit about the lion and the lamb. I love that bit. He's like, 1, 2, counting sheep. Okay. Hold these 2 sheep while I count them. You must be a Welsh angel. So yeah, apocalypse. So apparently there's a load of angels and they wreak havoc on the plane. Let's have a look. And there's the old narrative. So what I think anyway, for the heaven and hell narrative, I think that we are in a realm that is hell, but that's not a bad place to be. Okay, we're in the school of hard knocks and we're here to learn lessons. And everything is a jumble box of narratives. You pick out your narratives, you give it your awareness and your focus, and then lo and behold, what you seek is there for you. And it's the same for everyone on all of their truth journeys. They find their truth somewhere. So let's have a look at Armageddon. So you got these guys turning up. Now, the former horsemen of apocalypse, I think they're going to have to bypass my neighborhood. But I tell you what, they need to update it to Harley Davidson's at least leather. And may I suggest the four horsemen of apocalypse, when they do come back, make them female. Make them female on Harleys. That'd be really sexy. I can't see anyone opposing the end of the world then. So, do I think the world ended in the 1800s? I don't know. I don't know when it ended, but I do know that there was some sort of cataclysm, Noah's flood, if you like. Look at these hiding out, praying that this, what's been told, this judgment day, has come for them. So, judgment day, to be judged by others. Well, I think you're going to be judged by yourself anyway, because it's all down to you and there's only mind. You're going to sit there in a big celestial courtroom saying, whatever they say. Were you masturbating in the shower that day? No, I was just washing it, honestly. No, it really looked like you were doing something else. No, I wasn't, honestly. You were. I wasn't, Lord. And why were you looking? Which is more concerning. So we've got some sort of orb with another reality in it. Now you can see this a lot. And also ladders. Okay, the Jacob's ladders. Apparently, they all get out of you, or some of them. They'd like to say the 144,000. But they would say that. So I think the Bible, regardless of, what people believe about its origins, was it the Jews, was it the Arabs? Is it all just come out of the Council of Nicaea? There's 100 stories to it, but it's like nothing to do with our real life. So is it about consciousness? Is it an inner journey towards our own personal Armageddon, meaning death, which we don't even know what that is, really, do we? It could be absolutely fantastic. It might not be. We might be all really, really disappointed. Pop back in you. Babies again. Why do they keep doing the same pose as Baphomet? It really bugs me, that does. He's pulling his chain there. He's pulled the chalice of incense out of it. Or maybe he's just waving around. Wonder if they get high on it. Wonder if they got anything more going on. Oh, he's sitting on an altar full of people, and then the angels use sound and vibration, and then it rains blood. Lovely. Everyone cowers, and this is what you get for basically what they're getting executed for, or the whole of humanity and reset, is because they went with the programming, they went with the agenda, they obeyed, because all of the stuff that everybody was doing was just born out of the construct, the paradigm. Now, I feel that what the era that I talk about, people call it Tataria, call whatever you will. I think that it was a people that had more awareness, a higher state of consciousness to build the stuff that they did. And it's just not the same feeling. The things they can build today is lost all of its divine principles. So I really do think that people were in a high state of consciousness. Some sort of fall of man has happened. Just the creativity in these 600 years ago, although they are very animated and not really lifelike. But this is supposed to be happening. What's all of these just lines? Really strange. Smell my fingers. So why do they keep doing that? So he's got a bit of the pinheads going on. He's got the red sash cross of the Confederate flag. We talked about the X code last week. Wings open, to me, active charge. I think it's all to do with plasma, as you know, and to do with the reset. And he is going to tear your soul apart. Your mother sucks jelly babies in hell. And then you get mermaids and all of this out of a portal. Again, with the old Baphometic pose. Why are they all doing the same thing? Really weird. Well, I know the answer to that. It's being me. So they're beautiful handwriting, all of this decoration, everything's so beautiful. You want to see the handwriting of the Victorians, guys? I got like hand-drawn Victorian letters in my possession, and oh my God, they're really beautiful letters. I've read them sometimes. Difficult to read. But just the flow of the writing is absolutely beautiful. All right, then, looks like people just completely lose their shit. Little red demons jump everywhere. Everyone, the church people get in with the money. Okay, back to the narrative of religion. So I really do think that the religion, all of them, are nothing more than an active business model. Brilliant one. I'll give it to hats off, because it's not only everyone's just going to carry on giving money and keeping them rich. They will keep them in money and rich generation after generation, and they have everything to do with your life, your marriage, your death, your birth, your anointage, with the old welcoming you into the Phoenician paradigm. I'm wondering why this cat here is like just puking blood. That, for me, it doesn't really give me the feeling of warmth and fluffiness, And there's people living in the clouds as well. Okay, he's like, we're done with you. Let's chuck you out, and they're chucking him out of the heavenly realm. So who's the blood pissing on? These people here. They look a bit magi-ish, and these here, they're collecting the blood. No, they're just getting splattered. And antiquity doth fall. Except for the King Age here in the Happy Hat, he's absolutely smashing. Okay. So yeah, so why is it that nothing in this book has got anything to do with our reality? None of us have ever seen anything like this. Like I said, out of maybe in a hallucinatory state, dragons and the many-headed hydra, just chop off that one and another one pops back. Well, that just sounds like different countries, and I think it is all analogous for the inner journey, because all is mind. How can it not be? And to end up in that higher state of consciousness that we were in before, with the creativity we had before, to be able to pull off the things we could do before, just ordinary people doing absolutely fantastic things. So here's the dog heads back. I'm not sure why they're all over antiquity, and They look like they are doing a bit of Buddhism. He's painting a little dot on his head there, like the Buddhas do. So maybe they are like literally Taoist, dogist. I don't know. So yeah, I'm not sure if this many-headed cat is actually alive, but yeah, like nothing, absolutely nothing out of this period has anything to do with reality. Many people say it's to do with the powers, the seven heads, the UN and everything else and playing out. But they would say that because the world stage, as far as I can make out, they're trying to fulfill biblical prophecy, aren't they? Or they're trying to make out that they are and pushing towards this thing that I'm showing you here and being an actualization. I'm sure it is in some places on Earth where antiquity's just falling. What is the cause? A lamb. A bloody lamb. This is why I say eat them, and they're like, oh, it's a little baby lamb. I get that. And they do skip around the field beautiful in spring and all that. I get that too. But honestly, they taste really yummy with mint sauce. Look at these little spider beings. Imagine them turning up in your ordinary day. Well, don't imagine it because they might. It's fluid reality. So, yeah, so I think that religion like this is obviously like just craziness going on. I don't think any of this is actually happening, or unless it's another reality where there's cryptids everywhere and all these things that we've seen all over medieval depictions actually existing, like Voynich manuscript type things, which I definitely think is Phoenician because of the watery theme. So what we got going on here? Here's some buckets of blood for you. I'm making a film called Carrie. Oh, Carrie. Plug it up. And here are people playing harp. So that's the celestial instrument, the instrument of Wales too. I love a bit of harp play. And funnily enough, the weather manipulation place is also called harp, isn't it? They play a harp too. All right, more pouring blood on reality. See, is it just me, or is these angels that everyone says is okay and good? They look really nuts. They got ginger hair. Not that that makes them nuts by default, but just saying. And they're puking blood over the medieval residents because obviously the apocalypse happened in the medieval period, according to this. If I was to hazard a guess when all of this happened, 1300. And I think there was a bad plague that ended 1666. I think that decimated Europe. They said a third of Europe. I bet it was a lot more. But the fire of London, the whole of reset of London and a whole new paradigm with new buildings by Sir Christopher Wren. Oh, well done, you. You've got no body. You've got heads and wings. And look what you managed to do. You've captured the Titan and you've got the big chunky wonky key. Fucking awesome. And there's this big beast that's eating up all of the naked people who actually have been very guilty of doing sexy things, right? Which the Lord would never do, by the way. So he's got a bit of blood out of his feet because he was a torture victim. He's been stabbed in the side, but everything is irie. And now he's doing a bit of sword swallowing. Anybody want to tell me what the Lord is doing in a portal, sitting on rainbows, pissing with blood, with swords in his mouth? Please don't do it to yourself, sire. It might rip your insides. No, I can do this. I've seen it in a Do Magic pamphlet. This Do Magic pamphlet. So it says, yeah, you got to avoid your diaphragm or you will die. That's why it's called the diaphragm. Oh, don't worry. Anyway, the holy hand grenade, as we've talked about many, many times, is a bugger. And it's funny how Russia has the holy hand grenades, America has the holy hand grenade, Britain has the holy hand grenade, Canada, Australia, Chinese, Japanese, Indians. It doesn't matter. They all have the same crucible. Why is that? I seen Putin the other day sat there with an image of a flag with an orbit, the same, just behind him. I'm like, oh, you're all in the same bloody club, aren't you? Well, they are. The world stage has just gone like 10 types of nutty, hasn't it? I can't actually get my head around any of it. I know the movie Fallout, the Armageddon game Fallout, starts with a war between thanks God, a war between Canada and America. So, you know, this trade war and all of that is, you know, it's going to end bad. So this guy is all flaming, but he could have had a masala. Masala. I'm just getting my practice in early. I'm in Britain. Things are changing rapidly. So here's a serpent I'm going to offer to you, which has poison in it. Well, God looks on. So God sent his only son, man. He sent his only son, and he got tortured as fuck. So you're doing a killer job, son. I'm so super duper proud of you. Thanks, Dad. Yep. Your mum are waiting for you when you get back. Oh, will I get back? No, they're going to literally rip you to shreds. Here's the devil, and he's in a city that is falling to pieces because it's Armageddon. There's quite a few giants going around. Now, see these discs? They're like a large polo mint. Yeah, they get dropped from the sky like the rod from God. And literally, I see them all over medieval depictions, and now they're in the Holy Bible or in the Apocalypse. So yeah, somebody sat there with these colours and thought, oh, let me think what I can do to entertain the medieval masses, because these are the people that are going to be reading this. Yeah, this is like Gothic horror of the time. Yeah, so there's people with turbans on just turned up with flaming eyes, cross of St. George on there. They got blood all over them, and everybody else again naked, even dog people, pig people as well. They all get chucked in to this big monster that eats them all up. Just God with his army, because Jesus has an army with a lot of AK-47s, I should imagine. Go and get them, evil people. Are we on the good side? Yes, of course we're on the good side. I've noticed we've got skulls on our hats. Yes, we've got skulls and bones on our hats. And doesn't that make us the bad guys? No, we are never the bad guys. God is on our side. But the other side said God is on their side. God is on theirs and ours. But theirs is not as good a God as ours. Ours is better and bigger. Got a longer beard. Been around a lot longer. Oh, look, that's the first bit of affection I've seen in the Holy Bible since I've looked at it. Oh, look, he's giving him a little flubs. Hiya, mate. Hiya. So, yeah, what's the deal with the lamb then, and the Holy Lamb and the lion and the lamb that doesn't exist, even though it did, and it don't? There's another bit of the fluid reality. So, anyway, what other strange stuff, though, can we get out of the medieval period? Well, they got the strange Phoenician whales and mermaids all over maps. They've even got names from like Zippehinus, which doesn't really exist in a modern day, but they sort of do in the medieval period. And the cryptids. We have the sphinxes, and we have the Bacchus type affair, you know, with the oh, he's got chicken feet, this one. And oh my god, I don't know. Centurions and bear, goat, spiderfish, goat man. I don't know. And this is a demon Aberon. And he's actually supposed to have existed. He had all snakes bursting out of his body, a cat out of his neck, and looked a little bit like Fu Manchu. Looked a little bit like Fu Manchu. Look at that flaming torch thing there. That's a weapon. So, hang on, what's he got on his other hand? Looks like he's got a joint. Wow. It's got a little weird bit of hair on his chest as well. That's really odd for that demon. So maybe we're all the demons. I'm just saying, maybe, you know. We're both good and bad, all of us. That's why all the religion works so well. You know, so people can do bad, and then it doesn't matter because you can repent then, and then you can start all over again, can you? So this is the Welsh dragon. You can see Wefrin holding the fleur-de-lis. So a connection with the fleur-de-lis and the Welsh dragon. I noticed this dragon has no hind legs. Symbology for dynasties, I would imagine. So here's the Hydra here as well. It's got many, many heads. Chop one off, another one pops out. Chop one off, another one pops out. Chop another one off, another one. I'm guessing the people that fought one of these never really heard of a bazooka. A bazooka. Because that thing would just go splat. It's like, what head? It's gone. Smack. Anyway. Oh, a cockatrice. So it's got no hind legs, but it's a bit of a chicken going on, and it looks exactly like the Welsh dragon. There it is in the modern day. Many interpretations of the Welsh dragon back in time, standing on its hind legs, but they got it on 3 legs and one in the air now, sort of saying that, you know, England or Wales has been invaded and kept under invasion for the last 700 years, and this is what it's telling you. Your feet, they've been grounded. Anyway, so they also got saggy tits, but mermaids, they're supposed to be real in the past, and I got countless books of monsters and monstrosities, just craziness. So you've got to go to the back. So maybe they just went nuts on the DNA splicing. So there's a Bacchus there, a Satyrini figure, and he's half, I'm guessing, goat at the bottom. And maybe they just came over from the other realm, because one thing they did is they went batshit crazy on our Earth women. Yeah, just like the Nephilim, they went bonkers. It's like, oh my God, have you seen them? Yeah. So I think that's what went on. So these existed. Can you imagine this flying over? This in the past, and jetpack babies as well. Past the window. Whee! And you see these all over the Ovidian theme, don't you? The old Pan the Piper, Pan's people, Peter Pan. And, you know, Peter Pan's got a lot of levitation and he lasts forever. I think they're talking about Pan. And, sorry, I just went completely blank. A motorbike pulled up outside. And the seahorses and the beautiful mermaids that just come up with a conical shell and a mirror. And then you're going, God, you're really, really beautiful. But she hasn't heard you because she's too busy looking at herself in the mirror. Oh. Then, if you notice, the flag of Tartary is the same as the flag of Wales, only without the 2 hind legs. It's got one in it's complete mirror reverse. So what is the connection between Tartary and Wales? Pray tell. And people say, well, Wales could have been a part of Tartary. No. I think Tartary was a part of Wales. I think that Wales was an international power, and I think that's the biggest story there is. And I think it's been kept down. Okay, that's what I think. Lovely mermaids. I have met a mermaid, did encounter a mermaid, or she might have been the succubus. It's difficult to tell with these spiritual female beings that just show up shit out of nowhere. So imagine that just going down the roads on the way to the shops. Me, I'd be groovy with it, guys. I'd be like, what's happening, mate? He'd be like, hello, Martin. Lovely to see you again today. I'd be like, yeah, man, I give you spuds, but you haven't actually got any arms, have you? So I can spud you with my claw on my wing. Go on, then. And then give him a hug as well on the way to the store. Not so much with this lady, the beast of Lisbon and other places. This one's from Haarlem, which is not in America, Haarlem in Holland. She showed up. She ate pigs and cows. She ripped them in pieces and ate them, coming across the fields with scales because she had a bit of a wet start in life. So yeah, these are famous. And you got the dog Isosophias, you got the Cyclopses, you got the double headers, the old Zaphod Beetlebroxers, and then you've got the old Bellinis who've got faces on there. And these ones, the thumpers, I'd love to see a thumper in action. They're like big kangaroos. Basically, they smack their leg down and it causes a kinetic wave, which knocks their enemies out. I fit you not, Siamese twins. So maybe they just went nuts with, I know, let's splice a chicken and a kangaroo together. This is another thing that tells me it's a fluid reality, is duckpole platypuses. How is it not a VR? It's got to be a VR. I think it's a VR on top of a VR, or maybe multiple VRs. And I think you can step through one into t'other, into the other VR, the better VR. Now, I used quantum leaping inner technology of creating what was called by a guy called Goldsmith, I think his name was, Bert, back in the day. And he created a thing called a dwaddle. It was a mind trick, a way of thinking, where you would go over into your parallel you in a parallel universe in your mind, find Martin the author, and take some of that energy, but obviously you don't want to leave him with nothing. So you just learn and then you take it back. And if you do that with the cool, groovy Martin, the artist Martin, the author Martin, the rock star Martin, all of these different things, and then you will have all of those skills, and you've got more from your other use. What about people with doppelgangers that have shown up, doubles of themselves? Sorry, sir, you were in your jury earlier. I wasn't in your area. Yes, sir, you were, and you've paid your bill. I paid my bill. Yes, sir, you signed out. I spoke to you earlier today, sir. There's loads of films like that. Imagine that really happening. A doppelganger, an evil one stealing your life, going with your girlfriend, things like that. I think there was an Arnold Schwarzenegger film like that, wasn't there? Yeah, imagine that fucking thing turning up. Sea dragons, and then these are supposed to exist. People, they take yummy. So yeah, so see what's happening in his head. It's like a robot. He's got 3 milk sacks, which is always handy. Future prostitution will definitely be 3 titties rather than just the. I was going to say the one. No, Matt, it's 2. Okay. So the medieval period is just bonkers. I don't know what to make of any of it, really. But what you do see is, let me just share these orbs. No, these two are Janus here and another guy there. They've got an orb, and there's another realm inside, just like another reality. What if like portal reality is a thing, guys? There's back doors to this place. They're using it, and they're just jumping between realities, and that's where the elites go. They're not here. They're not in other places and other lands. They just found the inner technology, and they fucking change their vibration because they know the key. Key is a sound. Remember, key, like a key on a piano, and they just move onward out of here into another realm, which is a realm without pain, without death, and who even knows without time. This forward arrow of time is getting out of control. It's losing its grip. I think it's to do with the awakening or what's going on, the quickening. I can't believe that we're actually in March already, and just like we're just going up to Christmas. Boom, boom, but it happens every year. And before you know it, you're old. Fuck. It's just going so quick. Here's that holy hand grenade again, guys. This leopard seen his reflection in the shield or the mirror device. And this guy's basically painting this angel, but he's seeing her as she really is in a demonic form. Again, this woman Skyping. Why would you just walk around the bloody street, or wherever they are on a hillside with a mirror? And he's putting a mirror to the sun. If it is the sun, hopefully not. And he's just, oh shit, I just made a really big mistake and burnt my eyes out. Do not stare directly into the sun with glasses on. Make sure you remove them. And make sure if you're sun gazing, guys, that it's low in the sky, coming up or going down. Oh, here's Mercury here with his caduceus, and it's like a triquora. Well, he's going to heal. He's just going to wave it about, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so glad that rheumatism was right giving me jip." Sir, the boss is on Skype. Oh shit, boss Jesuit. So yeah, Mundus Subterranea by Anastasia Kirsch. Is one of the best books ever imaginable. I go through lots of them, and they just show you just high level trippiness. Don't even know what's going on really with any of it. And here's one I found earlier. Now that reminds me of The Thing, all them different humans attached to it. And what's with the many breasts? Roe, just like roe of salmon roe. So antiquitechs, they've set their intent. people lived a lot in tents in the past, apparently. It looks like they're waiting for a comet to come and destroy them all. That's every time. Here's Prince Charles again, or King. Shows up all the time in antiquity. I wonder if he knows about that. Again, with the multi-row, like the, I don't know, caviar, if you like, the caviar. Oh, shit. The all-seeing eye and the helping hand. Well, the helping hand has been there all my life. Sometimes not so helpful, though, but I think that's ego, because ego is not your amigo. You leave that at home before you go out. All go well. Drink coffee. Don't kill anyone. And you've nailed it. Okay. He's got the infinity thing going on. But I can remember a time of floating around as a kid, whether or not I was doing it just in my sleep or in my, half sleep. But I'm sure I can remember just floating around, and not just astral projecting. I mean, I can remember floating around my bedroom and being dead excited and not wanting to tell anyone either. Like sitting in the corner of my fucking bedroom. I remember doing it, guys. I remember doing that. Is that just in my dreams? Or did I actually do that shit? What about these looking into a portal? What is in there? Just zip through and you're in another reality. Again, the black sun. Some people say another reality. I think the comets bring a sort of reset, I think they get rid of a lot of the population and fuck up a lot of antiquity too. And then the new paradigm rolls through and it's completely different. Humans are different, maybe not as elevated consciously and aware as they once were in the times of like this with the Veda, the Krishnas. Again, with the Veda, though, the same dome, the same civilization in a circle. Isn't that mad? Even in India. And Krishna out of a fish, just like Jonah and the whale. Definite Phoenician connection there, I think. I wonder if they all came from submarines. And we're living in the eye of God. Because it looks like an eye, doesn't it? And the Satanic Trinity, which I covered that in my last post. I just whiz through. High trippiness there. Obviously, that doesn't exist. Oh my God, don't even ask. Yeti's turned up. He's demanded stuff. The Queen don't look too good. But at least they were all having a bong in the past. So there is that. Oh dear, oh dear. Angels are proper gnarly, aren't they? We need to watch out for them. Ooh. So it's a tower with taps on and a big pipe. So it's a water tower then. Wow. I wonder who's turning them taps on, because they're pretty. Oh, I don't know how high it is. These might be little. Going into the mountain. Churchman cigarettes showing the giant of Udale is stealing a lady and taking her home like they do with the Anunnaki. Oh, she's lovely. I'm taking her home with me. I think it happens a lot. Found this in the. It's lovely. I'm going to keep it. Put it back. It'll die. It's lovely though. Wiggle. It's soft. It's wet. Put it back. So that's the way. If you're going to invade another place, what you need is robots. Oh my God! Don't look at that. He's in the Death Head Squadron. So obviously on the bad side. Imagine that turning up all crazy-eyed. Whoa, that'd freak you fucking out, wouldn't it? So yeah, I think they were giants. I definitely think they were giants. And also about oh Jesus Christ, let's not look at that for too long. The internet gets upset pretty easily. Oh my God, she's really. So this is pretty safe. So yeah, all of this got in the modern day, haven't we? Pighead people with basically. Is that Art Garfunkel? An Art Garfunkel doll? Why would you have an Art Garfunkel doll? Weird, isn't it? Some I made earlier. So I'm not sure what's going on with antiquity, if I'm perfectly honest. Apparently, and popes can take their heads off and put new ones on, just like Wurzel Gummidge. Sunday, I'm going around to Aunt Sally's for a nice piece of cake. That's all I have is a nice piece of cake. There's nothing else going on, honestly. So yeah, we can ponder how strange the medieval period is for quite some time. I could show you a pages full of cryptids. Let's have a look at this little number. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is what happens when you don't cut your pubic hair. Oh my god, let's have a look. Oh dear. Still, it's better than what you see in the modern day, and the clothes are absolutely fantastic. Ooh, cinnamon genitis. I think that's like I've seen this guy loads. I think he's Hercules. Oh, Hairy Mary, one of my favourites. Let's have a look at Hairy Mary. I definitely think they. Oh God, don't be so sour. She got a laurel leaf on, so she's royal. But wow, so much hair. Ooh, Xenosophia effigies. So we got a dog head. They're sort of dogs, but they're half bit human as well. Ooh, Saturi is, well, he's horny and he's pan. He's got a pipe. There it is. And then he goes off crazy in the bulrushes, chasing fair maidens. That way. She went that way, playing Panzer Commander and the Milkmaid. The favourite game of World War II. Well, it would have been my favourite game. So this horse only has 2 hind legs. So I'm guessing he walks upright, Centurion. I think maybe they just grow human after a while. He's almost there. Well, not really. Hippopotamus. Wow, he's got 2 arms. And you see a lot of maybe what you call Hermaphrodites as well. Androgynous. Let's not mag up. Let's not do that to our poor Brian's, shall we, for this post. So sport took off. Here's a popular game in the medieval period. It's called rugby, I think. I'm a truther. I know little about sporting things. So let's watch this again. What happens, right? Go on, right. Hit the ball. Brilliant shot by Ramnakesh. Ramnakesh space shot or reheat on entry. Let's do that again. Let's watch that once more. Ramnakesh 2 space shot or IFS. IFS ricocheted and reheating on re-entry. Okay. Right, one more go, love. Oh, there's a beautiful maiden. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm sure she'd be all right. She's not all right. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's watch that once more. Okay, this rugby's really difficult. Many casualties. Oh, bye, fair maiden. Okay, one more go so nobody gets hurt. One more go. Ooh, rapid fire. Oh God, look at them just falling like a duck shoot. Oh, beautiful. You're getting really good at this, love. You could keep away foreign armies. Just Napoleon, love. Napoleon's charging. Quick, rapid fire. Okay, we're on him. Charge! Rapid fire, love, rapid fire. Go. Okay, Napoleon, no problem for us. Once again, love. Okay. Wow. She can catch. Funny, because she wasn't there earlier. Right, one more go, love. Okay. Oh, into the... Oh dear. I'm sure we didn't really want it to end that way, but it's only wrong if anyone finds out. And to be honest, you shot it. I didn't. I just passed you the ball, so it's nothing to do with me if the sheriff asks. And they lived happily ever after, but they died. Oh, it's a new... Oh, welcome to heaven. Heaven is really lovely. Did you notice the rainbows painted everywhere? Did you notice the Elton John? Oh, you're going to have such a good time in heaven. Oh, at 5 o'clock, we're having a concert with the Backstreet Boys. Oh, you love it. I wonder what you look like. Isn't she probably pretty? Yes, but we don't want to get her ill, do we, love? No, the people with germs absolutely everywhere. Love, oh, fucking hell. I said he had a zit on his head, not take off his fucking head. Jesus fucking Christ, love, you got to... There's something wrong with you. It's all right. This happens. Sew it back on. Sew it fucking back on, love. Jesus, you mentalist. Anyway, what we got? Present, yeah. I needed a new present for Chris. Mono. Nice new mono headphones. Brilliant. Get off! Get off! Get off! Shit, Mum! Mum! You're no orphan. You killed your mother. Oh, make it fall in love. Fall in love with her. I don't want her. I don't like her. You fall in love, you fucker. This is fucking terrible. It fucking minds my own business. And all I can think about is fluff. Bastards. Oh, what is this place? I don't know. What is it? You're all going to die. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. We're having a good time. We're having a good time. Goya smoothie, orange juice, small child, liquid smoothie, 2 apples, 1 cent. Okay, smashing it. Okay. Ooh. Now, as I said, it's only wrong if you get found out. Okay. So, in the cupboard, when you think nothing's going on, do you know what's really going on in your cupboard? Your shirts are doing stuff, especially the silky ones. I battered my shadow once. It was so annoying. He just kept fucking following me around. So I just beat up my shadow. Peter Pan tried to capture his shadow. There's another clue there. So that's just my ponderings for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I think it's a fluid reality. I think that the fact that life flashes before your eyes sort of proves that this is some sort of data download within milliseconds before you transcend into the next stage, which is another level when you level off, because you've done this one. Probably all going to meet up later and have a jolly good old laugh about it all and a clap. Matt, that was rad. I'm like, yeah, that was fucking brilliant. And have a good old laugh. Spuds, loves, hugs, spliffs. In whatever's after this. Can you see that? Yeah, I can. Anyway. Peace and love to you all. Make sure to subscribe to my Outleaguer channel. I'm going to be back very, very soon. I have a lot of content to actually bring to you very soon. It's going to be very juicy. I have my prolific moments of content making. So, love you all. Subscribe. Bye.